So this is an interesting find. I was looking through some items that my mom had given to me from my grandma's house, and I found a book that my grandma and I had made together, and it's very special. I wanted to share it with you. Let me just show you what we did here. My grandma was a big influence in my life, very special to me. And so Grandma has written up here on the top. Michelle started this on Monday, October 16th, 1972, when she was here with a cough and stayed out of school. I would have been 5 years old when I made this with my grandma. She used to occupy my time by reading books and magazines and giving me scissors and some glue and allowing me to make my own scrapbook. So here's a glimpse into the mind of a 5-year-old and what I was thinking at the time when I was selecting pictures to cut out and paste. It's pretty interesting. I guess I really liked babies, huh? It's also pretty funny to see some of the artwork from that year, the ads. I guess that guy described how I was feeling that day, huh? What was this? A feminine spray deodorant with a bear. Okay. Cats. We had a cat, Amy, at the time that I absolutely adored. So I'm sure that's where the cats came from. Reminded me of a doll that I had back at the time. They used to make the hair out of yarn. I had a Raggedy Ann doll and a Raggedy Andy doll that were like that. Pretty interesting. Anybody remember these? They were styrofoam balls, and we used to cover them with ribbon and put all these different sequins and things on them, and turn them into Christmas ornaments. We had quite a few of those. Back when I was a kid, I guess it looks like we did a lot of homemade stuff. A lot of cross stitch, sewing. Teeth. My grandma's the one that taught me to love the garden and to get out there and enjoy the flowers and the bees and the birds. I'd spend hours out in my grandparents' yard. Well, I know what that's from. My brother and I started flying at a really early age to see my dad because my parents were divorced when I was 2. And so my mom used to put us on a plane, and the stewardess would come get us. Usually it was PSA. And then my brother and I would fly, usually up to LA or San Francisco to see my dad, and then back home by ourselves again. So I'm sure that's where my love of a plane came from there. You think I liked cake? I think I liked sweets. That's pretty funny. He's looking for the bird, cuckoo bird. And that little guy, Pillsbury guy. I think I loved that Pillsbury commercial. There you go. That was the hot outfit. What did we used to call them? Gauchos, I think. Gaucho pants and vests. See, very hippie. Ponchos. Remember those? Sewn out of yarn. Oh, Raggedy Ann and Andy. Pitted prunes. Those must have been the things I hated, I'm guessing. Prunes and fish. Pretty funny. That little guy again, Pillsbury. What was I thinking here? Wonder Bread. I can't believe we ate that horrible stuff. So much sugar and bad for you, white bread. But I guess we loved it. Missed a page there. I remember driving up to see my Aunt Janine and Uncle Vern. They lived in Rancho Bernardo. And when we'd go from Point Loma to Rancho Bernardo, it seemed like the longest drive. And along the way, as you'd hit Carmel Mountain Ranch before it was ever built out, there were fields of cows there. And so I'm sure that's where that came from. I was always mooing at them out the window. Lassie. Money, important to every kid, right? This is hilarious. This is a cartoon about nicotine, cigarettes. You can't tell me that they weren't trying to appeal to kids. Clearly they were. I was 5 and I cut it out. Remember those brooches? Jolly Time popcorn. my prince. Has he got a phone? Rabbit. And there's the girls, the princesses. The clothes from that time, with big ribbons around the waist, and it's interesting. Oh, Sesame Street. Snap, crackle, and pop. Nothing there. That's pretty funny. That must be how I felt about my brother, huh? That's comical. Why'd I cut that out? Must have thought my brother could do anything. Look at that. Teeth again. Looks like I was obsessed with teeth, huh? That's cute. Someone's room. Chicken of the sea. Cute. Groovy clothes again. More things to sew. Money. That little guy's everywhere. Oh, and brides. I was obsessed with brides. Clearly marshmallows and candy. Candy. What kid doesn't love candy, right? And cakes. Melamine dinnerware. Cute. And chains. How would you have liked an alarm clock like that? It's pretty clever. Donkey. Puss in Boots. It's hilarious because I remember these brands. They're not around anymore, but it's just fun to see. Don't you believe a word he says until you've heard my side. That's pretty funny. That was our go-to salad dressing, so that makes sense. At 5 years old, I even understood branding. Books. My grandma and I, like I said, she used to take me to the library, and she used to tell me, you can get as many books as you want. You just have to read them. And so I'd come home with just piles of books. And I would. I'd sit down and read them, go through them all, and then beg her to take me back again. It was fun. Apricot nectar. My mom made this Jell-O. Still makes it to this day, ever since I was a kid. It has orange Jell-O, and you put apricot nectar and mandarin oranges, and then on the top you glaze it with pineapple, crushed pineapple, and cream cheese. And I'm sure that's where that's coming from, because I never drank apricot nectar. Again, I'm 5. It just blows my mind, the things that we pick up when we're so young. This is funny. Did it ever occur to you that with the eggs we've laid, there should be more of us? A bride again. More cross stitch. Kitty cat, dog. What's this? Big family dinner. I'm sure that's what that was about. Oh, that's pretty funny. Cake. I clearly didn't know what it said on the top of it, but that's pretty funny. I'm sure that horrified my grandma. Closed during prime time. Oh girls, I made a mistake with the check. I should have subtracted the tax before I added the tip and divided by 11. I think I was just fascinated by the people eating together. French's Doggy Donuts. Look at the box, look at the advertising. Isn't that hilarious? Cute. Is that it? I think that's it. I don't know how boring that was for you, but that was pretty fun for me. Again, considering that this was made in 1972. I was born in 67, so I was 5 years old. It's awesome. Thanks to my grandma for doing this. She was awesome. Okay.